It is the 27th day of January 2025. Good afternoon. I trust you're having yourself a wonderful Monday, the last Monday of the month. Here is what is making headlines on News Now, right here on TV47, the home of untold stories. Chief Justice Martha Koome swears in the highly anticipated and controversial IEBC selection panel, urging them to prioritize transparency in recruiting new electoral commissioners. Police officers in Nairobi intercept a vehicle carrying 56 tons of contraband copper wire valued at 60 million shillings on the southern bypass, thwarting a major smuggling operation. And with over 40% of food production lost to pests annually, the Ministry of Agriculture is under pressure to arrest this decline amidst affected harvests due to climate change. We thank you for choosing TV47 to inform you. My name is George Maringa. Let's begin with our top story, where Chief Justice of the Republic, Martha Koome, has this morning urged the newly sworn-in members of IEBC selection panel to absorb transparency in the process of recruitment of the new electoral commissioners. Speaking here in Nairobi during the swearing-in ceremony, the Supreme Court President urged the 9-member panel to conduct the recruitment with the utmost speed in an effort to allow them prepare for the next general election. The CJ also asked government organs involved in the process to help in the selection panel to execute their mandate as is required by the law.
And let me also join the Chief Registrar of the Judiciary and the Principal Administrative Secretary to extend my heartfelt congratulations to each one of you, members of the IEBC selection panel, on your appointment to this crucial national duty. The responsibility you assume today is not just a legal function. It is a solemn record to serve the people of Kenya and safeguard the integrity of our democracy. The importance of this moment: are free, fair, and transparent, our country flourishes. However, when they are mismanaged, the consequences are severe, threatening national unity and public trust, and it's very difficult to recover from those effects of mismanaged and consequences of badly conducted elections.
The Attorney General, Dorcas Agek-Adwor, has chaired a consultative meeting with institutions under her office where she led a performance review exercise. She emphasized the need for transparency and accountability within government institutions, with chairpersons and chief executive officers, CEOs, in attendance. Take a look.
So we are here today because we have to relook at our strategies and what we are doing, and the viability of those institutions. As you know, the government is trying to rationalize human resource. At the same time, because of the budgetary constraints we have to see how we can achieve effectiveness and efficiency in a way that we don't strain the resources that we have. So we are here to look at our strategy. We are here to look at whether or not we are actually feeding into the current government's agenda, and more so whether or not we are achieving our core mandate under the Constitution. And for that reason, there's a need for us to come together to see how we feed onto each other and how we impact the society. Because things have now changed. You no longer need big offices and a lot of human resource. With technology and AI, there is a way that we can become effective and efficient. Secondly, we want to be citizen-centric. We want to see how our organizations are responding to the people of Kenya. So we want to relook at our activities and how we we serve the public because we have to facilitate the public to participate in the development of the country. And over and above that, we are also supposed to look at integrity, accountability, and transparency in our organizations, so that when we are evaluated, we can enhance the faith that the society has in us. And at the same time, we can achieve our core mandate under the Constitution in a manner that is transparent, accountable, and has integrity. And maybe I didn't mention also that the Office of the Attorney General has expanded to 15 more counties over and above the 13, so we are now in 28 counties. We want to see how these sagas can be present in those 28 counties, especially the National Legal Aid Services, the Power of Mercy Committee. All the sagas under the Attorney General should have a desk in the Office of the Attorney General in all the 20.
Away from that, police here in Nairobi have working with a multi-agency team from the Kenya Revenue Authority, KRA, Kenya Power, and the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, DCI, intercepted a vehicle carrying 56 tons of copper, or rather of contraband copper wire worth 60 million Kenya shillings at the Southern Bypass. The wire, illegally imported from South Sudan, had evaded KRA taxes estimated at 20 million shillings. Main suspects, Mugabe Nicholas, a Ugandan, and Abdi Aden Salah, the suspected owner and driver, were arrested and later released on cash bail of 30,000 shillings each. This comes amid a rise in reports of vandalism targeting Kenya Power equipment, including transformers. Now, over 40% of annual food production is lost to crop pests. To combat this, the Ministry of Agriculture, in collaboration with stakeholders across the African continent, hosted a 5-day training on pest monitoring and detection under the African Phytosanitary Program. Speaking at the Kenya Plant Health Inspectorate Service, KEPHIS headquarters in Nairobi, Managing Director Theophilus Muturi emphasized that the training involving English-speaking African nations is designed to boost crop production across the continent. Muturi further highlighted that the program will also sharpen these skills of Kenya's national plant health officers in monitoring and detecting pests effectively.
The purpose of this training is to train our inspectors on pest surveillance, how to manage them, diagnose, and so on. So we know very well that pest is a big challenge in agriculture because about 40 to 60% of crop losses is due to pest.
These threats impact on the entire agricultural value chains and threaten food and nutrition security because they cause losses. So it impacts even on the incomes and the livelihoods and the ability of our hard-working farmers to build their wealth.
PP is actually an initiative of IPPC Secretariat that is aiming to boost agricultural production in Africa. IPPC mandate and mission is to safeguard agriculture and facilitate safe trade.
You know, Kenya is a role model when it comes to phytosanitary issues in Africa, and by holding this training here, we hope to build the capacity of inspectors and other phytosanitary agents on how to conduct surveillance to ensure that we put in place early warning system to prevent crop losses and enhance our yields and become more competitive in the market for trade.
Now, the launch of Laikipia North Technical and Vocational Training College in Mubarak, Laikipia North has brought peace to a region once plagued by conflict. The center aims to unite communities previously torn apart by cattle rustling and banditry, which resulted in significant loss of life and property. According to local stakeholders, the college will equip young people with valuable skills, helping to steer them away from early marriages, drug abuse, and criminal activity. Residents are hopeful that the peace fostered by the institution will lead to lasting development in the area.
Sasa watoto wanaenda shule. Hapa beleni ilikuwa watoto badala ya kwenda shule wanajifundisha maneno ya wizi wa ng'ombe na mambo isiyofaa. Sini hapa Kidiki alikuwa hapa kwa ajili ya ng'ombe zimeimbiwa. Kwa hivyo nyinyi ninawaambia kwamba asanti na tumeshukuru serikali sana, tukashukuru county government na muendelee kutufanyia hivyo, tutafurahi kuona watoto wetu wamesoma.
Kwa hakika hii center imeleta amani. Hapo awali hii uwanja ilikuwa ni uwanja wa vita. Damu mingi ilimwagika hapa, lakini sasa tulipata hii polytechnic, tukapata hii barabara. Sasa tuna access vitu vyetu kutoka Nairobi mpaka hapa Dhurui barabara. Polytechnic, watoto ya Machakos, mtoto wa Ndei wanasoma hapa. Tumetangamana kwa amani. Hiyo imesaidia hii center yetu kukua kwa haraka. Kwa hakika hii town ni changa kwa sababu ya amani imeenda juu haraka sana. Kwa sababu watoto wetu wamepata elimu, wametangamana na watu tofauti. Barabara tunapata vitu vyetu hapo kwa haraka.
Hapa ni mahali ambapo wanafunzi wanasaidiwa kukuza skills, soft skills ambazo zitawasaidia pia ili waweze kujiajiri, kwa sababu wakati huu kupata kazi imekuwa ni ngumu. Kwa hivyo wanasaidiwa kupata skills ambao wataweza kujiajiri ili waweze kupata mapato ya kujinufaisha katika maisha yao. Tunazidi kuhamasisha wazazi kuambia kwamba masomo ni muhimu na masomo tu ndio inaweza kubadilisha maisha ya watoto wao, kwa sababu wamezoea kufuga mifugo, lakini mara mwingine wakiamka wanapata hawana, imeibiwa. Lakini wakiinvest kwa masomo hakuna mtu anaweza kuiba masomo kwa mtoto wako.
Let's get sporty. English giants Manchester United secured a 1-0 victory over Fulham in a match played on Sunday night at the Craven. Past the hour. Thank you so much for staying with News Now. My name is George Maringa, but don't go too far. Normal programming resumes in just a short while. In the meantime, stay safe and be kind to one another. I'll see you at 9 p.m. on the Daily Report for a riveting conversation. Be sure to tune in to find out whom we'll be hosting tonight.